Chess friends, today I sacrificed my 2 rooks against AlphaZero, and we had total 4 queens in the board. I will show you the game and teach you my strategies and tactics. It is total 150 chess moves game. And it is your today's puzzle. A subscriber give it to me. White to move and win, very easy. And subscribe the channel to get more interesting content from us. I starts with e4, you can play e5, e6 or knight f6, but Alpha played g6, knight goes to c3, we have bishop g7, d4. f5, protecting the e4 square, but white can strike the center with e4 and the knight. The main strategy of black is that, try to open up the rook file. So, I played knight f3, knight f6, g3, bishop here, castle. c6, he can play a5, knight here or queen c7, I played rook b1, I want b4 and getting out from the bishop's diagonal. We have queen c7. d5, you shouldn't take the pawn, let me show the variation, looks like white lose another pawn, but it's not. Therefore knight g5, it's +5 advantages for white, white is threatening this, bishop d5, forking the king and queen. So, in this position, he played a5, knight here, a3, bishop g5. My strategy is to take the pawn, then play b4, takes, push the pawn and make a clear pass pawn on b file. So, h6, bishop takes, e3, b3, I can rotate my knight to get a good outpost, knight takes, then give a fork and targeting the g-pawn, but it's too long move order. So, I played queen d2, I can play rook to e1, try to open the file and position. So, king h7, c5 we have a4, e4, rook here, h3, h3, strategy is to put my king on h2, f4 potentially. So, king h2, f4, we have bishop f3, queen g7, g takes f5, rook g2, my strategy is to play bishop h5, rook battery, rotating the knight, knight takes pawn then knight here targeting the queen, if queen runs away, then knight f7 check, black will be devastated. So queen f7, queen d3, knight b1, we have knight a3, rook here, knight g1, knight c2, rook f1, knight a3, knight b5, rook e1, queen d1, rook e6, rook e3, rook e1, knight e2. Knight c3, queen g7, knight g1, bishop h5, queen h7, rook d8, rook g1, knight e5, I sacrifice my knight, but you can't take it, f takes e5, bishop here, h5, bishop have no square to run, and we have rook exchange, queen takes rook. I will play like this, d6, targeting the bishop and making a e-passed pawn. Black will lose the game. So, in this position we have knight b4, bishop d7, rook a1, rook g8, knight c6, you can't take the knight otherwise I will get a pass pawn, and knight jumps into e6, threatening to play g4, try to open up the g-file. So, rook here, rook a8, rook e1. My strategy is to move my knight like a snake, if takes then take, getting the diagonal, bishop f7, situation will be bad, so knight takes e6, knight takes c6, rook a g8, bishop c8, bishop d7, bishop here, bishop h4, you shouldn't take the bishop, otherwise position will be equal. So, queen back to d1, knight a7, knight b5, queen f1, queen g7, rook e2, rook g2, queen e1, queen d2, queen e1, knight b5, rook g2, rook e6. I sacrifices a rook for a bishop, if takes then queen h1, targeting the rook, if rook runs away, then knight c7, knight here, queen f3, bishop f7 with the supporting of the pawn, and queen h5 is a killer move, you will lose the game. So, in this position, he played rook b8, queen b1, queen g7, queen h7, rook takes bishop, good sacrifice. Knight takes d6, queen here, king h7, rook up to e6, another brilliant sacrifice. Alpha accepted the rook, d takes e6, my strategy is to play queen takes pawn, then give a check. And the pawn is about 2 moves away from his destination. So, rook d8, knight takes d8, queen takes f5, king h1, king g2, king f1, king e2, king f3, king here, bishop blocks, queen d5, we have f5. Look at this, he's surrendering his queen, no, I can't take the queen because of this. So, queen b7 check, queen f7, h4, queen g7, bishop f7, e7, bishop d5, queen f7, rook goes to e8, king e3, a2, rook h8 takes, queen e5, queen b3, queen goes to f4, f7, f8 queen, takes, queen d6, queen takes b6, king takes h6, king here, queen d7, queen g7, queen takes, king c3, h5, king here, check and mate. Wish you all the best, thanks for watching, subscribe for more, bye bye, take care, see you in my next video.